Hello everybody and welcome back. I am back on the campaign for the 20 and I'm on my new Syndicate Lake. Got down here about 7 this morning, just before, and chose out a peg known as The Point, and got a bit of information from the bailiff and one of the lads that's a regular and been a member for a while, and he's pointing me to a couple of good areas, but I just wanted to get here, get set up. Got the bivvy up today, as you can see in the back, and yeah, we'll see how things go today. Hopefully we can capture that 20. So I'll keep you updated as the day goes on and we'll speak again shortly. Hi everybody, bit of an update. So what I've done is I've clipped up to them spots that one of the other members had passed along to me along with the bailiff, and I've put just I've actually put a double corn. I know it's risky as there's a lot of bream and there's a few tension here, but I put a double floating corn with actually topped off with a bit of sinking corn. And I've just put it on them spots. I've actually had quite a few bleeps. I imagine a little bit of it will be from wind because it is a little bit windy out here today. But on 2 of the spots, one's at 19.5 wraps, straight towards a tree which is overhanging into the water, and then the other one is at 15. The spot was 15.5 wraps, but I've done it to 15. Just bring it a little bit short because it's very close to the bank on the far side, and then my other rod is just on the chod rig on the helicopter system. That's just out into a bit of open water, you know, not near anything specifically, just felt it down quite nicely, and I've just put a pop-up, single 12mm pop-up on that. I'm going to be spodding out a bit of bait over the top shortly on 2 of them. So yeah, I'll show you where we're fishing and you can see. As you can see, this is the lake. Let's try and bring this up a bit. There we go. And where I'm fishing is, there's a tree in the water just here, so I'm about midway through. And then just here, there's a building under the water. It's an old building. It doesn't have a roof on it, but it's relatively big. And basically the carp like to go around the back of it. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of near the side of it where they'd go in, you know, hoping to catch one off guard and, you know, pick him up. And then the chod rig is just kind of mid-water around here, because there's a bay just around there, which is quite shallow. And in the summer I'm going to be looking to, you know, catch a few off the top there. So yeah, rods are out, nice bit of wind, you know, nice ripple. Nice bit of a ripple on the lake. So yeah, like I say, I've had a few beeps here and there already. Whether that's, you know, passing fish or, you know, wind a little bit. So on 2 of the rods, I'm not fishing super tight lines, and I do apologise if it is really windy today. I've got my little fluffy bit on my mic, you know, just to try and muffle out some of that wind. But yeah, hopefully today could be the day, you never know. There's some, like I said, there's some big fish in here. I think after, you know, talking to a few of the lads in the bailiff when I got here, I know in the first video I rumoured that there was a 40, but it's actually 39.5 I think it was caught at. But then, that's what I was told. But then actually speaking to Alan, he said the biggest is actually 37, but it sometimes tossles between 35, 37. Which, you know, I mean, it's not to be, you know, turn your nose at. It's really, that's quite a big fish. So, you know, a couple of named fish in here as well. So hopefully get on some of them. But yeah, so out today. I'm doing today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, as I've got a bit of time off before I start my new job. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on how we get on. So hopefully, who knows, today I might be able to show you, you know, a 20-pound fish. If not, I might be able to show you any fish, hopefully. Well, good morning everybody, welcome back. So yesterday was a bit of a bust, late with the really bad wind, you know, the rain started coming yesterday afternoon, evening. There was no fish showing, you know, in any of my areas down on the point. So, you know, I packed up a little bit early and thought, you know, went home, had to think about what's going on, checked the weather, bits and bobs like that. So got down here. Sun is absolutely glorious. Got down here at just about 10 to 7 this morning. Had a brief walk around some areas, as it's still on the colder side, there isn't a lot of showing, but today's going to reach over 10 degrees, so I'm trying to be mobile today. I'm not going to make the mistake of setting up, a full base camp. I've literally just got my rod bags and my bait tubs, some camera gear, and my tackle bag out, and my chair. And what I'm going to be trying to do is, have a look about, see if I can find some fish. I'm just going to put 3 rods out, as you can see here. A really nice part of the lake. It's calm conditions today. That wind has definitely died off. The sun is just beaming on my face, just through the trees in front of me. So yeah, I'm going to try and be mobile. I'm going to have, a lead about here, find a couple of spots. This area that I'm starting off in today is called the Slabs. It doesn't command too much water, but the wind was blowing a gale up into this section yesterday. Obviously the wind's died down today, but I'm going to have a try and see if we can find maybe some fish held up here, and see how we get on. If not, then I'm going to be looking to move. I'm not planning to sit on it for too long today. I'm going to try try and be mobile. My car's literally just 10 foot, 15 foot away from me, because it's one of the sides where you can actually park near. So I'm going to try this out, see how we get on. If nothing, I'm going to move and try somewhere else. Another peg just down the way called the Double Boards. So yeah, day 2 of 3. I'm going to get some rods out, and I'll keep you updated. I'll be back with you shortly. Right, well, hello everybody, welcome back. Update time. I've been doing a bit of feature finding from this peg, and just noting it down in the swim mapper. I use the Fox swim mapper, and I found a couple of really nice spots. So on this peg, which is a Slabs, to a far bank marker that I've made note of, at 7.5 wraps, there's a real solid, I don't know if it's gravel or like really hard ground, like kind of clay, I guess, I don't know, but it's got a few bumps on it, but it's really solid. So I've been casting past it and then bringing the lead over it, and I'm using one of the feature finding leads that Korda do, the grappler leads. So I've been casting past the spot, pulling it over across it, and finding that real nice hard spot, and the lead's just bouncing around on it. And then straight after that there's like a big massive weed patch, so I clipped up to that a couple of times, clipped up to it and recast it out a couple of times just to see how big it is, and made note of that. And then what I did was I recast my middle rod onto that spot, and then, as you'll have probably just seen, I just put a few spods out. Like I say, I've been told that this lake doesn't do much unless you put the bait out. So I've never been one for spodding. I've never been one for putting loads of bait in. So I bought a midi spom, which is a really small one, and then I was actually looking around online for a spod rod. And I came across this article that said, with small spods, realistically, a 3-pound test curve spod rod, would be really perfect, because basically you can get it to the same distance, but quite accurately. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but my marker float, my marker rod is 3-pound test curve, and I've got this Sonic SKS marker rod. So I've been using that yesterday and today, and you know what, it's really good. Obviously I'm not filling the spod rammed full, it's a midi spom, so it's just a small one, tiny one. I'm just putting a bit out here and there. I'm basically putting a bit of particle, which I've got mixed and cooked up with all sorts of different ingredients, Marmite, bloody carnation milk. So I've just chucked literally bits of all sorts in, some rock salt, crushed almond powder, you know, so I'm just kind of trying it out, and then added some sweet corn in afterwards after I'd cooked it. Can't remember what else, I put all sorts in it, so I've been trying that out, and then I've been putting, you know, just a handful, maybe 5 or 6 boilies out, you know, over the top of that, so, you know, it's worth giving it a try. And then same for my left hand rod, funnily enough, there's a nice spot right over to the left at the same wraps. Again, cast it, found it really nicely, and then I cast past it, dragged it back onto it really nicely, but then before it again there's some weed, so I'm guessing in this area there's quite a bit of weed. So yeah, I've been, you know, obviously learning how to spot as well. I've never really done it, so obviously that's quite good. It's relatively easy really. Obviously I'm not doing it any great distance, and I don't think I'd be able to with, you know, with my rod, but I think I looked yesterday and I was spotting roughly 80 yards, I think it is, roughly, maybe 90, no, it'd be 70, 80 yards I think it was. So yeah, I'm going to be having a little explore of this back bit here with my other rod to see, you know, what kind of, I know there's quite a bit of weed again, but I'm going to be trying that out, and then, you know, if I don't get note in, you know, like an hour or a couple of hours, I might move on to the next peg, which is called double boards, the next big one, and give that a whirl. So I've had a few bleeps, I won't lie, I've had a couple of bleeps, but obviously nothing yet. But the wind's just picked up again, so fingers crossed, you know, we'll get something in. And yeah, I won't do your heading. I'll get off, and then I'll keep you updated on how the day goes on. I'm gonna have a brew as well, so speak to you again shortly. Hi everyone, welcome back. So, update, funnily enough, I've packed up. There was no movement, nothing, no my swimming. Like I said, I wanted to be mobile, so what I've actually done is, I'm the only one on the lake now. I think it's because it's midweek. Packed my kit up into the car, not fully packed up, it's just put in the car, and I'm just basically going around the lake, and I'm just looking for signs. I'm also mapping the swims with my deeper, just so I can, you know, have a look at the data home, see which one's deepest, stuff like that. It's weird because it's warm. As you can see, the sun is absolutely beaming. I got my glasses on, you know, so I can see through the glare. Funny enough, I've just seen movement of the fish. It's down here. But the water here is absolutely beautiful. I'll show you it now. If you guys can see that. Yeah, like I said, I've got my deeper out, but the water is literally gin clear. I'm just keeping an eye out for signs of fish. It's a glorious day. I mean, you can see right to the bottom of this place. I mean, the wind's picked up now, so but when it dies down, it goes literally crystal clear. So yeah, I thought I'd take the opportunity, you know, while no one's on the lake, to go around mapping the swims, you know, looking at points, having a little lead about. So for me, I don't think that's time wasted, as it can tell me a lot more. Since I've done it, I've found, you know, a couple of spots on probably about 5 or 6 swims. I'm not spending too long, and you know, I do want to do a bit more fishing today, but I'm just going around looking for likely spots, checking depths, you know, stuff like that. So although my rods are not in the water, I'd still, you know, class it as real good, you know, recce kind of time. There's 1,000,001 coots on this lake. I've just seen one go down over there, and then you're watching him, mate, there he is, he pops up. So it's, you got to have your eyes peeled, and you know, you think, oh, that's a fish just shown. You just have to keep an eye on it again, because you know, it isn't a fish, it's actually a coot being a dickhead. Excuse the language. It's just a coot playing funny buggers. So yeah, I'm going around looking, you know, having a look in the margin, just seeing what I can see. yeah, so once I do, finish, I've done like over half, so I should be back on the bank shortly, and with the rods out. So I'll let you know, and I'll see you shortly. Right, well, hello everybody, welcome back. So I just spent the last 2 hours walking around the whole lake, with a marker and my deeper, and just leading about and mapping swims and having a look at depths and bits like that. For me, I think that's time well spent. I'm just looking at all the different swims and just seeing what kind of areas are in them, and weed and soft silt. I mean, this is a clay lake, so I mean, what I've also found out is that there's lots of on some of the hard spots there's like clay chippings, so almost like the effect of gravel. So if you watch my how to feel the lead down video and feature finding, if you haven't seen that, you can check that out up here or up here. It's on one of the two. I was feeling quite a lot of what I could only describe as gravel, but it's actually clay chippings. But it was a solid area. So yeah, I'm in the peg now, known as the box, just in front of the reception area, and I've got the rods out. I've just put them on singles at the minute. I'm just deciding what I'm going to do. I'll probably go with mesh bags. Don't think I'm going to be spodding out. Wind has picked up a little bit and it's changed direction, going the opposite way from yesterday. So yeah, I think it's time well spent in my opinion, to learn more about the lake. I've had a chat with another chap who turned up and he was walking around, so I was having a brief chat with him, giving me a bit of history on the lake, different tactics and bits like that. But mainly just having a look around the edges, seeing if we could see any fish. I didn't see any myself. I think he'd seen a couple. But yeah, so for me that's time well spent. And that's it at the minute. Like I said, there's been nothing on the fish front. I've been walked around trying to see if I could locate them, but I haven't managed to see any today. Actually, I tell a lie. I think I've seen a pike down in the bay down at the bottom there, but I haven't seen any carp or any signs of carp. So coming to this peg, had a quick lead about, found a couple of spots. I think relatively for the most part out in front of me is relatively just hard or soft clay bottoms, not hard, soft, like silty and stuff like that. With a little bit of weed. So yeah, I've got the rods out and I don't know, just have to see how it goes, I guess. I'm not here tomorrow. I was going to be doing 3 in a row, but I'm actually going to do Wednesday instead because the weather's looking a little bit better Wednesday. So I'm going to come down for the day on Wednesday as well, and before I set up I'm going to have another quick scout around the lake. But as the summer months come, hopefully we'll be able to, and the temperature rises, hopefully we'll be able to see them fish showing themselves a bit more, once it's into the low teens, hopefully, as the water warms up. So it's very windy again. Not as windy as yesterday. Yesterday was quite bad for the wind, but today's a bit breezy. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on how I get on. I'm just hoping for anything really, nab a bite. Yeah, and I'll catch up with you again in a bit. Well, hello everybody, welcome back. Probably the last update now for today. No luck on the carp front, I'm afraid. The weather's been really nice today, as you'll have seen earlier. Just can't seem to buy a bite, if you like. I've had a few bleeps here and there, not going to lie, which has been promising, but I'm not going to let it dishearten me. This is known as a tough venue, so it's just how it is. I wanted a challenge. Like I say, I know there's some big fish in here. I know there's plenty of 20s, plenty of 30s. So just making me more determined to get back here and, you know, grab that fish. So I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I'm going to be here on Wednesday, it is. So yeah, I'm going to be packing away in about 30 minutes. Most of it's, you know, packed away in the car, so I'm going to get rid of everything else and just have my rod, pod and net out, if you like. You know, just for like last knock-ins. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't, you know, a big nice shiny carp to show you, but that's how it goes on new venues, I think. Until you suss it out, and you know, with the weather, you know, just starting to get warmer. I know the water today has been about 8 degrees from having the deeper out earlier, mapping out the swims. So I'm not fishing tomorrow. I'll be fishing on Wednesday, but what I'm going to do is yesterday and today's I'll put into one, and you know, that'll be the next episode, and I might even be able to get them done tomorrow and put out to you. But the next session will be the day after, so Wednesday, back down here, you know, first thing, with the hope of, you know, catching that 20. I know I'm gonna get it. It's not a matter of if, I think it's more of a matter of when, because they are in here. So you know, I've got just as good a chance. There's a lot of bird life here, I must say. A lot of Canada geese and normal geese and bloody coots and seagulls and everything else. But it's nice. It's really nice. But I am looking forward to summer. You know, doing all-nighters kind of thing, long sessions. I'm looking forward to summer, doing, you know, 24-hour sessions, 48-hour sessions as and when I can. Yeah, so obviously if something mysterious does happen, then there'll be a bit more to this video, but if not, thanks a lot for watching. If you do like, you know, the content, please do subscribe. You know, leave any comments. If you see I'm doing something wrong, or you know, I could be doing something better, please do let me know. Obviously it's going to help me. And that's it for now, and we'll see you next time.